Meet Tom. Tom is a first-year student who came to Nipissing University directly from high school this September. He's a bright young man who was generally successful in high school, often getting A's in his classes with minimal effort. He is proud and excited to have been recruited to participate in varsity athletics at Nipissing University, but he is finding the training schedule and travel commitments to be much more demanding than his high school athletics experience. Tom's parents are very supportive of both his athletic and academic goals, but like many other first-year students, Tom is living away from them for the first time. He's experiencing a level of freedom and responsibility he's never had before and is struggling to meet the demands of self-care, time management, and organization without his parents' assistance. Tom is also finding his courses significantly more difficult than they were in high school and is having a hard time staying caught up with his assignments, but he is reluctant to ask for help because he is afraid he'll appear weak, unintelligent, or incapable. This is Laura. Laura is among the 286 students who began the year at Nipissing with an overall GPA under 65. After her first year, Laura was required to withdraw from the university due to poor academic performance and took a year off to work and reflect. It took a lot of courage and determination for her to try again, but a university education is important to her. While she is well adjusted to the freedom and responsibilities of living away from home now and is working with a reduced course load on academic probation, she still knows she needs to develop more effective academic skills and confidence in order to avoid repeating past mistakes. Finally, meet Karen. Karen is a very driven and determined third-year student who has worked hard to achieve a high level of academic success during her time at Nipissing, but is starting to think about life after graduation. Uncertain about her future plans, Karen would like to gain more experience outside of the classroom to develop new skills and to get a better understanding of herself and her passions. Unfortunately, time is Karen's most limited resource, as she's in a very demanding program and she is among the increasing number of students who have to work part-time throughout the academic year in order to afford her education. What do these three students have in common besides their great choice in institutions? They all found the support they needed to be successful through peer education and retention programs in the Department of Student Learning and Transitions. Though he's not one to ask for support, Tom was among the 181 student athletes who participated in the Academic Success Program at the request of their coaching staff. Because he had to meet with me anyway, and because I asked, Tom began to open up about the challenges he was facing. When I first met Tom, he couldn't tell me when his classes were or if he had any assignments coming up, but he was pretty sure he was falling behind. He didn't know where to find the syllabus for any of his classes and didn't know how to check his student email, but he thought it was too late and felt silly asking anyone for help. He was really struggling to understand the content in one of his classes and had already done poorly on a midterm. While he was very motivated to succeed and feared letting down his parents and teammates, Tom was avoiding his problems. With our help, Tom set a few personal and academic goals to get himself on track. His were among the 814 goals set by students in the Academic Success Program this year. Tom agreed to accomplish his goals within a month, knowing that I'd hold him accountable to that agreement at our next follow-up meeting. Because Tom was also struggling with a specific course, with encouragement, he joined the 170 other students who sought the support of a peer tutor this year. This is when I contacted Karen. Karen took that same course in her first year, and just like Tom, she too found it very challenging. But she worked hard at it, asked for help when she needed it, and managed to earn an A. Because of her prior success in the course, the instructor recommended Karen for a peer tutoring position. Like the other 44 students who were employed as peer tutors this year, Karen was thrilled about the opportunity to help another student, to practice instructional strategies, engage in professional development, and to earn a little extra cash in a very flexible role that works around her busy schedule. Like 88% of her peer educator colleagues, Karen reported that she was able to develop transferable skills that relate to her future and career goals during her time as a peer tutor. Tom also benefited from the help of a student who could relate to his experience and share strategies that had worked for her. Tom was among the 88% of tutees who were satisfied or very satisfied with the tutorial services they received. Tom had this to say about his experience in the Academic Success Program. Laura voluntarily signed up for the Academic Success Program when she noticed she was falling behind in some of her courses. Like many other students, Laura noted that she often started her assignments at the last minute, leaving herself little time to seek clarification or to ask for help when she ran into trouble. When I first met with Laura, she was obviously sleep-deprived and stressed out due to this cycle of procrastination. After attending one of the 37 student success workshops offered this year, Laura learned to create a plan that would allow her to take full advantage of reading week to get caught up on both her sleep and her assignments. Carrying forward this strategy for planning her study time in advance for the rest of the term, Laura saw the effect of starting her assignments earlier on her state of mind, her performance, and in her professor's approachability for support. Laura had the opportunity to elicit some helpful feedback from one of her instructors well ahead of a major assignment's due date. Armed with that feedback, Laura sought out support for academic writing in the Academic Skills Drop-In Center, where she learned to use new strategies and resources to perform better on written assignments. Over the course of the year, we helped 109 students at drop-in centers on campus. Like the 3 students we heard about today, there were over 300 participants in peer education and retention programs such as peer tutoring, the Academic Success Program, Student Success Workshops, and the Academic Skills Drop-In Center in the 2015-2016 academic year. Participants received support, resources, and referrals intended to help them persist in their studies, achieve their goals, and feel like they belong.